Hello, Galaxy. Chris Pirillo here, nudging the smartphone out of the view from the camera because I have two cameras that I'm using right now to broadcast across the entire internet as much as humanly possible. Thank you for joining today's live daily, or at least every weekday, Star Wars radar discussion, a talk show, because I want to talk about Star Wars like all the time. So I'm trying to limit it to just once a day. I'm doing my best, and on days like these, I'm challenged because it was a big day today in Star Wars fandom. Huge day. And I'd imagine that if you're on social media, you've already seen exactly what I'm talking about. Specifically, the Sith Trooper has been released or unveiled. So hopefully the brightness of the screen will come out okay. Sith Trooper. Apparently, oh yeah, there's a little calendar event. You can ignore that. The Sith Trooper is going to be a character or series of characters in The Rise of Skywalker. This is a huge shock, if only because in the Last Jedi, we saw the stage set for the Jedi and the Sith kind of ending or having ended. Even Kylo saying, let the past die, or kill it if you must, let it go. So hearing that this particular character, and this is like one of the items that's going to be available, like a little costume. There's also going to be, of course, as you can imagine, a Funko Pop vinyl of the Sith Trooper, very reminiscent of a Phase Two clone from Episode 3. Of course, this one, red. There's going to be a Hot Toys version of the Sith Trooper as well. I'd imagine that this one's going to get blitzkrieged. In terms of like us seeing Sith Trooper collectibles out there early on. Now, whether or not the Sith Trooper actually plays like a large role in the Rise of Skywalker, that remains to be seen. It may just be a bit role, but the fact that it is a Sith Trooper, that's pretty amazing, because now we know we've got Sith at play. So Palpatine, we have come to understand, is also in The Rise of Skywalker. To what degree, we don't know. Does Palpatine... has Palpatine been communicating with Kylo Ren? Has Palpatine been communicating with the Knights of Ren, or one of the Knights of Ren? And to bring the Sith back into the fold? Is Kylo, on the side of the Sith? Is he now Sith, not just a Knight of Ren, but like an actual Sith? We don't know. And so that's that to me, more than just this new design, more than this bold red Sith Trooper. That I gotta admit, looks pretty cool. But then again, I've always been a fan of the trooper ethos. What's gonna happen? Is this more of a machination from Palpatine? Is it the evolution of the First Order? Like, it looks like obviously it's the evolution of the First Order, because it's the First Order trooper ethos, a Sith trooper though, not a First Order Sith trooper, Sith trooper. So that's pretty crazy. Chris, I think it's fake news about the Sith Trooper, says 3D printing with Heath. No, that is not the case. It is not fake. This was officially announced in the Star Wars show. Not this one. The official Star Wars show that goes up to YouTube just about every week. They announced it there, and then I got an email also from Disney, and then I saw it just dominating my social feeds. Like, that's like all anybody is talking about is this Sith Trooper. So, it adds a different dimension and curiosity to that which we are going to see in the Rise of Skywalker. I'm happy to see it. It just, like I said, it just makes me even more curious as to what could happen now. If, let's say, Palpatine is so, he's risen. Palpatine somehow has come back. Obviously, we heard him laugh. And we know that Ian McDiarmid was involved. But then the Rise of Skywalker. So is Skywalker the name of a new religion, a new order, for those who are inclined to balance the light and the darkness? and instead of it being Sith or Jedi, it's called Skywalker. We don't know. This just adds, a very compelling layer. I mean, now I can imagine, Palpatine, rising to power and pulling strings and getting, these Sith troopers built, and maybe Kylo not even being aware, or maybe Kylo is aware, and then eventually, Kylo turns back, if he ever was on the light side, but he turns away from the dark side. This is a possibility, right? We don't know. I mean, just the introduction of Sith, the word Sith, in an official like a character name in the Rise of Skywalker is exciting. So I'm glad it's not just, oh, here's a new, a flight trooper or whatever, rocket trooper or whatever the new troopers are with that, but like specifically Sith trooper. Colored red, like the Praetorian Guard, like the Emperor's Royal Guard. These must be like elite troopers. Snoke's out of the way. You got Hux there, but he's pretty much a puppet. Kylo's pretty much the leader, but like I said, what if the Knights of Ren were, because they're coming back, even though they weren't really in The Force Awakens. What if they were communicating with Palpatine and brought Palpatine back, and Kylo had no idea, right? So it's about to get very interesting. That's kind of exciting. But Carly YouTube, Chris, I can see your happiness all over your face. Yeah, man, that's like, it's not every day you get a new character. Now, here's the thing. Even as Pablo Hidalgo pointed out, there have been character reveals in toys and collectibles in years past that have turned out to be disappointments. I'm looking at you, Constable Zuvio. But I don't think this is really a Constable Zuvio problem. Because Constable Zuvio wasn't a central character. Easily cut. They needed something, to put into the line of collectibles. But more than anything, the fact that it's a Sith trooper, I don't think they're going to cut Sith from The Rise of Skywalker. Now, in terms of Sith troopers being all over the movie, I don't think that's going to be the case. I really don't. But like to know that they exist, to me, is the most compelling part of what this is. Do I think the Sith trooper is a clone trooper? That's interesting, because I mean, it's entirely possible, but to me, like, just looking at, it looks like a First Order clone. The helmet design, it looks like a First Order clone, especially with that dividing line, like right down the middle. I mean, it's just awesome to see a new Star Wars character. Like I said, you don't see it every day. And you've of course, it's been dominating your feed as well. So I'm not showing you anything that you don't already know. But yeah, that's rather amazing. The Collecting Dad says, not a fan of the Sith Trooper. Come up with something different from a red-colored First Order Stormtrooper. Well, that's kind of what it was. It's like an evolution. I mean, you can't expect like a radical departure of the ethos, right? The design ethos of the First Order. But still, that's like, I was shocked not shock troopered, but shocked to have to seen this for all of the aforementioned reasons. But the first time I saw the First Order Trooper, I was like, ooh, cool, it's a new design. It wasn't something that necessarily won me over, like immediately, like, oh wow. But I was also not a fan of Phase 1 Clone Trooper design. I like the Phase 2 way better, and this one reminds me an awful lot of the Phase 2 Clone Trooper design. But then again, I like the old Imperial design. You can't mess with a Stormtrooper, right? I mean, it can evolve, certainly, but like, there was just something about the classic design that I'm never going to fall out of love with. That was my era, though. So I think that the original ethos holds a special place in my heart. But as long as they keep releasing them, I'm happy. I've seen, I can't remember the exact trooper's name, the designation, but from Jedi Fallen Order, I've seen that, and I can't say that it necessarily won me over. I'm not, and I think I've mentioned this before, it doesn't, the new trooper design that's coming up in Jedi Fallen Order. Not I'm not necessarily thrilled with. Hey Diana, I'm not broadcasting this on my personal page, so I'm surprised anybody saw it on Facebook. Told you I was broadcasting cross-platform. But yeah, that was like you cannot avoid the Sith Trooper. You can't. I mean, like it's everywhere now. And you know, honestly, it's kind of I think they've already announced like the box art, but I would much rather see a Sith Trooper on box art than what I've seen otherwise. Yeah, Hip Hop Trooper wasn't happy. Yeah, well that doesn't surprise me. But there've been the Crimson Troopers. There was a Black Series Crimson Trooper released as a Entertainment Earth exclusive a few years back. So that's not new. But yeah, of course, when I see the red, I'm like, oh, yeah, I think Hip Hop Trooper too. It's true. Not Sith Troopers everywhere from Lego to Funko to Hot Toys. Yeah, it's like, it's everywhere. You can't, you will not be able to avoid the Sith Trooper. But like I said, it's there, and we know that the Sith are now involved. I mean, of course, yes, hello, Palpatine. But to the degree at which they are involved, we really don't know. We can't ascertain that. And I wouldn't set the stage kind of like, you know, some people have with these characters like in the past. Oh, it's gonna be these troopers are gonna be awesome. Like, we don't know. We don't know. We don't know how many times we're gonna see them. If they're gonna have, you know, any kind of screen time. We don't, like the First Order Executioner. That was the special trooper that they promoted like to the nth degree, like everywhere, like special merch and everything for The Last Jedi, and like it had like a minute screen time, like nothing at all. Still, okay, I'll take an Executioner, not a problem. I'll take something over nothing. Glad to see something new at least. Yeah, you know, there's been, I would say, somewhat of a dry spell with a lot of the stuff that they've been releasing or not releasing. But given that we're on the cusp of a San Diego Comic-Con, and I'm not going. There's no plans to go to San Diego Comic-Con, at least at this stage. It's still you know, pretty amazing to see at a distance. So I know people are going. Oh, wait, hang on, whoa, 3D printing with Heath. Going to 3D print a Sith Trooper tomorrow. Yeah, you've got to print it though. Print it with like red filament. It has to be red filament. Oh, you got an alert on Facebook that Star Wars Radar was live. Yeah, I used to broadcast this into my personal feed, but I didn't want like to cross the streams too much, and I thought it was just as easy to broadcast it and then reshare it from there. Hey Chris did the same thing, and A New Hope, and this is on Instagram here. And then in the re-release characters, you are on screen for 2 or 3 frames, and Hasbro made a figure for them. Yeah, I know, but you know, I'll take a Star Wars figure over none any day of the week. Now, I'm sure my wife, hearing all this excitement over a new Star Wars character, is going, great. So we have another shelf or something that's going to be dedicated to Red Troopers. Maybe, well, my daughter Jedi likes pink. So I wonder, it's going to be difficult. Actually, Heath, if there is pink filament, like if you can do up some pink Star Wars stuff, Jedi would probably freak out. She'd probably love that. Because there's just not enough pink Star Wars stuff, unfortunately. And that's a completely different discussion for a different day. But, you know, this is kind of, you know, red. The Sith Troopers pretty close to pink, I would say. No? Yay? Nay? Hey, Benjamin, Geeky, on Instagram. Good to see you. Let me just go over here. Share. Oop, no. Oh, crap. That's not what I wanted. Sorry, this is why it's difficult to do this. I'm multitasking. Pardon. I will stop multitasking in just a minute as I share this to the thing I need to share. No. Oh, apparently I can't. Oh, I was trying to share the link to this live broadcast, but it didn't even want to it won't let me. Weird. Okay, so let's do this then. Share. Boom. I just shared I figured out how to get it done. I figured it out. Shared it to my personal page. And of course, my dad and David's collection, they're the ones that live in Renton is no more. He got rid of it all. Well, there's no time like starting up a new collection. I'm just saying. The collecting dad asks, did I pick up anything today? I did not pick up anything today. I'm looking around. I know I didn't pick up anything today. Thrifting has been about the only thing that I've been able to do in recent weeks, and there hasn't been a lot of new stuff. But this is one thing that I've been thinking about unboxing maybe tomorrow. The Jabba's Palace, the exclusive Walmart exclusive, and so this one comes with the Han Solo Carbonite, and then also, hang on, Reese? Where's Reese? Yeah, Han Solo and Carbonite and Reese comes with it. But I was looking for Reese here. Oh, there, he's back there. It's like, what is going on with Reese? You need to hit Tuesday morning. Yeah, Jake, I saw that. I'm not sure where I saw the Tuesday morning announcement. I think it was from Kylo Collector on Instagram. But I did catch that there are a few Black Series figures that are out. But Tuesday morning usually doesn't have the best prices on things. Usually they're a little jacked, but maybe I should stop by. I don't know if they'll even have any more in stock, but I don't get to Tuesday mornings maybe but once a month. But if you're telling me specifically in this area, I will do it. Someone's asking me to talk about the Nintendo Switch Lite. I could. I don't have one. I don't even have a Nintendo Switch. I've thought about getting the Lite. I have. It's a true story. If only because I want to try to see if Jedi, kind of latches onto it and plays it for a bit. But then at that point, if she likes it, then she may want it on the big screen, and the Lite doesn't connect to it. But I don't know. There is a possibility that we could get a Nintendo Switch Lite, and then she could play video games on the Lite. I'm trying. I'm a horrible dad for trying to encourage my daughter to play video games. So sue me. But yeah, I'm interested, if only because of the price and the portability. You got your TVCOA from Entertainment Earth and a Lego Star Wars subscription magazine. Wait, Star Wars subscription magazine? What's that? I only know about the catalogs. Or in the UK, they have like a Lego. They have a regular magazine with like a Lego build. I don't think they sell them in the US. Maybe one-offs, but like every month or so. There's a magazine that's released with like a minifigure or a little like a small build, but I haven't seen those here in the U.S. Or at least if I have, I can't say that the cost is justified. Like I'm just not willing to spend more than just a few bucks on it, right, for what you get. My thoughts will change, but there are definitely like chases that I'd be interested in. Like specific releases, but not in general like that absolute having a subscription for that outright. Benjamin, I'm reading now Instagram here, the Star Wars Radar Instagram. I've been watching you for 3 years. I was a massive Star Trek fan, but now I like Star Wars too. Awesome. You can be both. I gotta tell you, the teaser for Picard with a dog today has me wondering if I need to be picking up a CBS subscription, all access or whatever, just to binge on the Star Trek shows. So I may have to wait until like season 1 is released and then catch up with everything like all at once and only spend like $8 versus like having it every month. There's not enough other compelling content. But that the Picard show, I was a fan of Picard. Huge. So, the only other thing, so I think I'm going to open this one tomorrow. The Collecting Dad, the Jabba's Palace. If only because I think it deserves. I mean, today was really all about like, what do you think about the Crimson this Crimson Sith Trooper? And me just personally blown away. I think I also got the TVC Wave as well, but I was hoping maybe on a quote-unquote slow day to be able to unbox that and to show those figures individually so that we don't run over topics. I know there's so much Star Wars to talk about. Like even talking about it once a day is not enough. Every 2 months with the Lego magazine, but expensive at £12. See, that's what I'm saying. It's like I can't justify it. For a chase, yes. For something unique, yes. But it's too much for me. For what you get, it's too much for me. And I love Lego, and I love Star Wars. You haven't opened yours yet. You may very well open yours before I get to mine, the collecting dad. That's for sure. The only thing that I might have as we head out. Give me a second. There we go. I did get this 000. So I got the small 000. The exclusive, the triple pack from, I think, SDCC. But I can't. His face pops off, the small one, the 000. But this one hopefully won't. But I've lost the droid's face. It wasn't well done. It must not have been well assembled in that sense, because I couldn't get to it would never reattach, and there's a part to the back that would also pop off for some reason. I still have that piece, but the face piece I'm missing, which I'm really disappointed about. But I ended up getting this one, 000. If you read the Dr. Aphra comic, you would know this character. If you don't read the Dr. Aphra comic, you may want to start to read the Dr. Aphra comic. It's a pretty good comic, pretty solid. I'm waiting to open this because the box is in decent shape, and I want to make sure that the other box that I might have is in either better shape or prime shape, so that I can open one. Because I'd hate to get one that has a ding in it, and then have opened the one in a better box. That's happened before. I tend to be an in-box collector, right? It's probably here. Let me just read the description for 000. Activated by Dr. Aphra, 000 is a droid programmed for etiquette, protocol, and translations. But here's the thing: also specializes in interrogation and torture. With his fluency in a droid language unique to the Tarkin Initiative Labs, the dark silver-plated droid reactivates an assassin astromech droid BT-1, and I also got BT-1. So I have those two. So these are on tap for unboxings soon. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap things up. Everything I wanted to talk about, I talked about. That Sith Trooper is amazing. Can't wait to see what you do there. 3D printing with Heath. You can make the world's first 3D printed Sith Trooper. Seriously, it looks like someone took a series or a Phase 2 clone and mashed it up with a First Order Trooper, which fine by me. Love it. Yes, Justin, torture. The droid loves torturing. Lives, quote unquote, lives, because it's a droid. It doesn't live, but it lives for torture. Yes, definitely. Stay safe, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. Try to broadcast right around this time every weekday at least. So thank you for bearing with me and chatting about these various topics, all related to Star Wars, and sometimes side conversations. Hope you have a good day tomorrow. Hope you had a good day today. I love you. I appreciate you. And at this point, I'm going to leave you to your own devices. And may the Force be with you always.